Hey guys, I am Daisho and I am here playing some Magic for you guys, and rather than playing some Magic, I'll actually be doing this little deck guide for Grave Whispers. Grave Whispers has always been one of my favorite decks. I've always wanted it to be the best deck in the game since it came out, because I loved Elves. Literally, Elves used to be by far my favorite tribe in the deck, I guess. But anyway, I'm not really sure how to run it. A lot of people like mono green. I do like mono green too. But this is how I have it set up for now, and let's get into it. Elvish Lyrist is pretty cool. It's a 1/1 for 1, which is obviously what you want. You need a bunch of those elves in the deck, otherwise it just won't work. Plus, if you're playing against March Tor and they got Glory of Warfare out, then, you know, you'll use it. It's not often useful, but it's also not often... it doesn't often put you at too much of a disadvantage instead of like Norwood Rangers. So it's really not that bad to have it as a 1-drop in the deck. Azuri's Archers are amazing. One of your best defenses against flying, and that's at the 1-drop. Plus it's just a 1/2 for 1 again. You need a lot of little elves to make this deck work. This is one of those reasons why you need the little elves in the deck. He enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter for each time he was kicked, and other elf creatures you control get +1/+1 for each counter on him. So basically, play him, swinging with all your little guys, win. It's a pretty obvious tactic, but you just need a lot of little guys for him to work. If you don't have 1, 2, and 3 drops, 1, 2, 3, and 4 drops and stuff, you're going to want to play him for at least 5. So then if you play him for 5, then sometimes you can actually win the game out of it. Might of the Masses is like the coolest trick in the deck, because as you guys have seen, I'm running a lot of little guys, and there's Elvish Promenade, and then Lisan Huntmaster, which I never draw, by the way, and Imperious Perfect. So all those cards basically make you more and more elves, and then you just, if you got a lot of them on the battlefield at once, you swing in with everyone, one of them gets in, you use Might of the Masses on it, and it's usually game. So Might of the Masses is amazing. Plus you can obviously use it to kill Phantasmal Dragon or Phantasmal Bear if you need to, and you can also use it just to trick them. Especially, I'm not running the card, but if you're running Titiana's Chosen, and like let's say they block it with a 2/2, and it's a 2/2 currently, then you can Might of the Masses one of your other creatures. This guy gets bigger, and it's just a fuck fest of awesomeness. Sorry, but I had to say that. Anyway, Norwood Ranger is just a 1/2 for 1. I wanted another 1-drop. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 5 1-drop creatures, so I really wish I had more, but it's hard to justify putting Norwood Ranger in there because he does very little for you other than just be an elf at the 1-drop spot. Elvish Visionary is one of my favorite cards in the deck. When it enters the battlefield, you draw a card, so it gets you to be the standard 1/1 elf that's going to get pumped or whatever it does later, however it helps you with Heedless One or whatever. It's a 2 cost card, but it lets you draw a card, so it replaces itself already, plus it's still on the battlefield and counting as an elf. Nisa's Chosen is pretty cool. It walls off anything with 2 power, but like, I don't find this format to be crazy high in 2 power threats. It's mainly like bigger cards that are threats, so I don't think Nisa's Chosen is amazing. That being said, he can get in a lot when other creatures can't, so I do like 3 of them, but I did take 1 of them out. Plummet is necessary because you're gonna, like, there's a little bit of removal in the deck, especially since I'm running black in it, but destroy target creature with flying, it's pretty cool. Not 100% necessary. You have Azuri's Archers, and you have what's his name? Wow, sorry guys. Jagged Scar Archers. I knew it started with a J. Anyway, so you got Plummet in there also, so you have 4 answers to flying, plus your Eyeblights Endings, plus your Maelstrom Pulses, so it's really probably a little bit overkill, and you could easily put an Nisa's Chosen for it, or Fog if you want to. Anyway, Sylvan Rangers obviously has to be in the deck because you're going to need mana fixing. You only have 6 swamps in the deck, but if you have those 6 swamps plus these 2 guys, that's already 8 mana sources. You have the Elvish Visionaries to help you draw, and then of course you have Viridian Emissary, who when he dies he can get you that swamp if you need to. A lot of people run the deck mono green, so if you start out with only green, only forests in your hand, then you play this guy and he doesn't think too much of it when he kills it, but it really ends up helping you out a lot if you have some of those kill cards in your hand. Anyway, Viridian Emissary is an amazing card. It really is. It's almost like modern playable, like playable in modern, because basically it's so hard to deal with. Once it gets on the battlefield, you don't want it to die. It's a 2-drop, 2-power creature, so it's a threat. You can't just let it swing in every turn, because it'll kill you. And if you kill it, then they ramp mana, so it really hurts you to kill it, and it's really cool to have on the battlefield. The reason I only have 3 of them in the deck is because I don't really need to ramp mana in this deck. The highest drop is, I think, 1 Essence Drain, and then 5 4 6 7 4 drops. Okay, so there's a bunch of 4 drops, but either way, you're usually going to be fine on mana, especially with Elvish Visionary and Sylvan Ranger. So I like 3 in the deck. 4 would be overkill, but again, it has a little bit of anti-synergy because you want to have as many elves on the battlefield at a time, but these guys, they want to be dead just as much as they want to be alive. So a little bit of anti-synergy, still an amazing card, and I have to run it because it's just so powerful. Elvish Champion is probably the second best card given to one of the first 10 decks in the first expansion. I would say that the best card was Bribery given to Realm of Illusion, but this guy is amazing. He just bends over any deck that has forests in it. Be careful when you play this in the mirror because you give the other guys the same thing you give them for a +1/+1 and forest walk, so they can just walk all over your forest as well as you walking over there. So it's a little bit dangerous to play. Always remember that. Also, always remember Coiling Oracle is an elf. I don't know why, but just remember it. Either way, Elvish Champion's great. He's a 3-drop lord, of which you have one other. But anyway, Eye Blight's Ending, awesome. Instant destroy target non-elf creature, destroy target any creature in the format except for Coiling Oracle and the Mirror. But basically, it's awesome. Azuri Renegade Leader is another amazing card. You obviously don't always need to lay him turn 3 because he doesn't really do much until turn 4 or 5. But don't not lay him turn 4. If you play him turn 4 and you have land in hand, then you're happier than if you laid him turn 5, because even though he can't do anything the turn he comes out, he does something the next turn, which is when you wanted to be able to do it anyway. You wanted to be able to give all elf creatures +3/+3 and trample anyway. So that's just the most advantageous way to use the card. I love Imperious Perfect. Other elf creatures you control get +1/+1. Make dudes. Problem is usually a little short on land, and when he comes onto the battlefield, you don't always. You want to basically you want to be getting all your elves down, and sometimes just making an elf isn't in the budget, but it's pretty important. You should definitely think about doing that. Even if you have something like Norwood Ranger, you'd rather save the Norwood Ranger in your hand just in case the next turn they'll kill Imperious Perfect. So this way you get an extra elf out of it. I don't know, maybe that made sense. Anyway, Jagged Scarchers, it gets pretty big, it doesn't have trample, and it kills flyers. Good card, not great card, but it's definitely helpful. Maelstrom Pulse is probably the best lone card in the deck. It's like 10, 15, it's probably like $10 card, I think. I don't really know in real life. But anyway, destroy target non-land permanent and all other permanents with the same name as that permanent. Basically, destroy anything you want that's not a land, and it just it wins you the game if they have multiple of that card on the battlefield. So it's an amazing card. It's 3 cost. Sometimes you're just going to use it to kill a card, but sometimes you're going to use it to kill the 4 Squadron Hawks that are beating your ass off, and you would not have stood a chance at winning the game without it. But anyway, awesome card. Elvish Promenade is cool also. Put a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token onto the battlefield for each elf you control. So you basically just double your elves. Really helpful for cards like Heedless One, who is as strong as however many elves you have. And the reason why I like Heedless One so much more than Jagged Scarchers is because he has trample, so they can't just chump block it every turn. Wins you the game if they don't deal with it, and you have decent board position. Lieslan Huntmaster makes more elves. You never draw it, but keep it in the deck because it's awesome. And 1 Essence Drain because I want more removal. I like removal. If you don't like removal, you want to run it as a mono green deck, but this is the way I run it. Elvish Eulogist is a decent card. You sack it for mana, but you sack it for life. But again, it has anti-synergy, and it's basically like, alright, I've already lost the game, now I'm going to stall it out 1 more turn. Same thing with Fog. I've already lost the game, I'm just going to stall it out 1 more turn. Sometimes it's helpful, sometimes it's not helpful. I don't really like it in the deck. Norwood Rangers, again, we got some of him in, some Nisa's Chosen. I don't like this guy, especially if I'm not running mono green. He's just not good enough. He's like Jagged Scarchers, but way worse because, man, why am I not running Viridian Shaman? I can't even justify that. I should have a Viridian Shaman in this deck. Let's see how many 3-drops do I have. I have 8 3-drops, so that is a little bit much, but maybe Viridian Shaman for Plummet. I feel like artifacts would be more of a threat to you than flyers. Sorry. I mean I went over the deck before, but I just missed that somehow. Anyway, this guy, he just doesn't get as big as Jagged Scarchers, and he's just bad. Wild Heart Invoker, like, seriously, you think you're going to get to 8 land? If you do, you win the game, but you're not getting it to 8 mana. This guy's not terrible, but he's a 5-drop in a deck that has small creatures, so you don't need him. Essence Drains, don't care. This guy, by the time you get to 5 land, they can often play around it, and if you're just playing this guy as a 5-cost 4/4, he doesn't belong in the deck. Obviously, if they have 4 cards in hand when you play him, then they're just like, well, damn, that's game over. But I don't think it's worth running. Epic Proportions, again, 6 mana cost and another 6 mana. Like, I don't even know why they gave us this card. That's evil. It's just mean. I wish they gave us, like, some broken card, like Well-Wisher or something. I don't know. Whatever. Or, oh my god, if they had Elvish Archdruid in this deck, that would be the nuts. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this little deck guide. I'm going to go into a game and try to get you some cool gameplay with the Elves. See you soon. Bye. Hey guys, I am Daisho and I am here playing some Magic. Today I'm using the Elves, obviously, since this is the Daisho's Playbook Elf Edition. And let's see, I play first. I've got a Sylvan Ranger and I have 2 lands. This is happy. And I have Azuri and I have Eyeblights Ending. I have black mana already, so I can just go fetch the other color. This is looking like it's going to be a pretty nice game for me. Not 100% sure what I'm going to do. Normally I like to have a... Oof, there's that guy. Normally I like to have a game plan before I do anything, so maybe I will go for the Viridian Emissary. Turn 2. Alright, Might of the Masses is fine. I might waste that early, although actually I'm playing against Realm, so this is going to be a hard battle, by the way. Realm is a very, very good deck, and while this deck is fun and it's good, it's not the best. Anyway, I would gladly trade here if he gives me the opportunity. Hopefully he will. Swing in, swing in, swing in. Oh, he did not swing in. Okay, well, cool, we got the land. So firstly, I'm going to swing in with my dude, and then I'm going to play Azuri second main. I get in for 2 because I'm a boss. And then I'm going to play Azuri because he didn't leave the mana open for Counterspell. So a couple of things can happen from here on. He's about to hit 3 lands, so he could have repulses. He might want to just repulse this dude every turn. He also, another situation is, I'm sorry, I was just thinking about what I'm going to do next turn about how the game won't fuck me with these 2 cards. If I want to play these 2 cards, I have to get it so that when I play this, it taps the swamp. Alright, cool. So he just played another dude. And again, it's not great, because he can rush me pretty hard right now. But if I'm able to keep Azuri on the battlefield and get to 5 lands, then I should be a-okay. Okay, I am developing a strategy in my mind for what I want to do this turn. So, if I just swing in with the Viridian Emissary, then I can actually take out both his flyers. It's not 100% guaranteed he has to block, but it could be pretty awesome. Nope, he did not block. He did not fall for my bluff. Okay, so anyway, I want to get a Nisa's Chosen down and a Sylvan Ranger. Well, can I take all the damage that he's going to give me? He's going to swing in for 6, 10? No, 6, 8, maybe 10. He'll be swinging in for 10. Well, I can win the game next turn. So I think I actually just want to get 2 Sylvan Rangers down this turn. Oh man, I really don't know. Do I want to get 2 Sylvan Rangers down? Well, let's do some math ourselves. If I use Azuri's ability, I think I need to play the other Sylvan Rangers to make sure that I get it. Anyway, if I use Azuri's ability next turn, then he's going to be swinging for 5, 10, 14, 18. So I am going to be swinging in for a whole bunch of damage. But, man, I really wish he had blocked. If he had blocked with his Krovikan Mist, then I would have been in the driver's seat for the rest of the game, basically. Because I would have killed his Krovikan Mist, this one. So then this one would have gotten weaker, and then I would have traded my Viridian. I would have basically, I mean, it would have been an even trade. I would have gotten an extra land out of it, because I would have traded my Viridian Emissary Eyeblights Ending for his 2 Krovikan Mists, and I get 1 land out of it too. So it would have been pretty cool for me. But anyway, that did not happen. I could stall for a little bit longer, depending on what he does, but it's not really looking great for me. Not really looking great for him either. I have Azuri out on the battlefield, which is exactly where I need him to be. Repulse, and the game is basically over. Alright, so he's just going to swing in with the flyers. He's going to leave Grizzle Blues black to block. That doesn't really change the clock, because this is still 18 damage. Damn it, I don't know what to do. Don't know what to do. Because if I swing in, with everyone and tap out, then I'm basically giving him the game. So maybe I do want to wait one turn. Eyelight's ending one of his dudes. Play Niece's Chosen. Oh wow, he just played a Phantasmal Dragon. And he played its second main. Alright, so I do have an extra land. So, okay, here's what I can do. What can I do? Okay, so if I swing in with everyone, then I kill his Grizzle Blues, and I kill his Phantasmal Dragon. No, I actually trade here, which isn't great. So, perhaps that's not the greatest of ideas. Let's see, I have 5 lands to work with, and so that means that I can't play all 3 of these cards this turn. I can Eyelight's Ending, a Krovikan Mist, I can Eyelight's Ending, the Phantasmal Dragon, but I can't win this turn, correct? This is 10, 14, 18, so yeah, he'll block with the Grizzle Blues, he'll block with the Phantasmal Dragon, and we won't be getting anywhere. So, maybe I need to save mana. Well, let's see. He's going to swing in. If he plays 2 illusions in his hand, is he really going to be able to play 2 illusions next turn? Am I willing to bank the game on that? So, I think the play is Niece's Chosen here and kill one of his. No, I don't need to kill one of his illusions because I can just Eyelight's Ending goes through counters, so we're okay here. I can't swing in because I don't want any of my dudes to die. This is going to be a close game. It really depends on what he's got in hand. He's got 4 cards for me, so a couple of them could be really, really useful. But either way, he's just going to try to swing in for lethal here. No, he's not going to bring the Alright, he's going to bring the dragon, and I just get rid of the dragon. There's nothing he can do about it. He can't cancel it, which is just the way that those these things work. I'm pretty like it's just it becomes the target of a spell no matter what. Even if you remove my spell from the list, then he dies. So I don't know why he's still pausing the game, but that's just the way it works. That's the way it's always worked. He's pretty much got the game if he's got a Repulse or an Ether Adept. Considering that maybe I should have used Might of the Masses on that. Yeah, that was pretty stupid of me. But we'll see what he's got for me. If he doesn't have anything significant board changing, then it looks like I'm going to win. If he does, then it looks like he's going to win. It's too bad I don't have Fog in my deck right now. Blind Phantasm. I don't think that's going to be enough. Yeah, especially with Might of the Masses. Oh, I drew another Eyelight's Ending. But it looks like we're just going to swing on in here and win the game. Might of the Masses would do more damage for me than it would to his dude. I don't know what he's doing. Okay. Let's give all our dudes plus. Wait, I need to do this right now. So let's put it on you. Okay, game over. Yeah. But I just wanted to make sure I didn't mess up my math. I was pretty sure that I was good to win. Since with the addition of the Niece's Chosen, it would add another 2 power overall, even with his Blind Phantasm. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that game and that deck guide. I thought it was pretty successful, and have a nice day. Bye.